Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where every week I show you how to make a brand new batch of mead. Come talk about yesterday's batch with me over a cup of coffee. That's all I'm asking. Alright, let's get set up here. Very busy week. It's been a very busy week. Got a very busy week ahead of me as well. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. The next 3 weeks. A quick, long vacation, not long weekend vacation, not really vacation. Driving out of state. Not this coming weekend, next weekend. But I have to record all that stuff before that. And then, because I lose the weekend time that weekend, I have to record the stuff after that. It's going to be like a long 3 weeks. That's all I'm saying. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where every week I show you how to make a brand new batch of mead. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years old. Before that, there's evidence in ancient China, about 10,000 years old, evidence in ancient Central America, and of course Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. But what that means is regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I show you how to make it every single week. I think that's pretty cool. I think your ancestors were pretty cool. That's all I'm saying. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. We are just getting up and loaded here. Once again, forgot to charge my computer. It should last this live though, don't worry. If you missed it yesterday, I made alcohol out of cocoa pebbles. This is your cocoa pebbles mead. I showed you exactly how to make it from beginning to end. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. It tastes okay. It tastes okay. Go back and watch the video. I show you how to do it from beginning to end, every single step of the process. And I taste it at the end, and I tell you what I think of it. So go back and watch the video. It came out yesterday. I do that every single week in one of 4 categories. Yesterday was the category, Will It Mead? That's literally what it sounds like. I take ingredients that I don't think will work, and I try to make a mead out of them. So this one was your Fruity Pebbles mead. Yeah, it worked. It works. I've got some really gross ones in that series in the next several months, so stay tuned. Give me a follow if you don't already. And then the week before that, this is the first in the zodiac signs. This is your Gemini mead, blue airheads. I made mead out of blue airhead candy. And then this coming week is reverting back to the World Deity series. That's where I take, I've got like a hair here that's like tickling me. I used to make Norse gods and goddesses meads, and I love that series. There's a playlist, go check it out. I made lots of great ones for many Norse gods and goddesses. That category evolved into world deities, and we kicked that one off when was it? It was a couple weeks ago with the god Zeus. And we did this grapefruit habanero mead. It's shocking. Grapefruit habanero. This coming Saturday, it falls back into that category, and I can't wait to show you who it is and what it is. It's all going to be secret till Saturday, so come back and watch. Every single Saturday, I show you a brand new batch of mead. I have never, not one time, missed a Saturday, and I have never, ever, ever replicated a recipe. Every single one is brand new and unique. Give me a follow. Batch 171 comes out this Saturday, and I can't wait. My favorite, guacamole's not a bad idea, and I'm not above it. I'm not above it. My favorite is actually tied. I have 2. Blueberry, I know that's cliche. Blueberry is one of my earlier batches that I loved. I just loved it. Very easy to make as well, very easy to replicate. And then it's tied with elderberry, which I'm relatively new to. Elderberries are very common in Europe and Northern Europe. They don't sell them out here in the States. They do grow them. You can grow them yourself. I know a couple guys that grow them now that I've kind of started this journey. But you can't really buy them anywhere. So I bought some dehydrated ones and made a mead out of those. And it's earthy. It's not like a sweet like berry like we think of. It's more earthy, but fantastic. Tied for second. Elderberry and blueberry. I would like to make a combination of the two one day, but good question. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. If you don't know what mead is, it's made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the main fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. I go live right here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to show you a step of that mead making process. Those Wednesday batches are exclusive to Wednesdays. So every time you see a Wednesday batch, you see me live. That's the only time I work on those batches. And then separately from that, every single Saturday I put out a video that shows you from beginning to end how to make a batch of mead. I record the early parts of that video several months before you see them and piece them all together so it all makes sense. All those videos are 6 minutes-ish. So you can learn how to make your own alcohol at home in that fraction of a time. And it's literally that easy. If you don't believe me, give me a follow. Check it out. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. The best cookies to put in any drink at all are Oreos. Easy question. Easy question. Oreos, and that's it. Good morning. It is just after 7 o'clock, Sunday morning. Enjoyed some coffee, talking about Cocoa Pebbles mead. Or whatever else you want to talk about. I've got lots of meads. Hello and welcome. Like I said, this coming Saturday is back to the World Deity series. I'm really excited about that. It's number 2 in the series. Can't wait to show you. After that, back to the holiday series, your Father's Day mead, the Saturday after that. That's got to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to show you. And then back to the Zodiac Signs meads with your Cancer mead. That one, it's got to be insulting. It's got to be insulting. There's no way around it. The Zodiac Signs I'm having a lot of fun with. I am insulting or using every single terrible stereotype about a zodiac sign and then making a mead out of those. The first example was your Gemini mead. I made Airhead mead out of Airhead candies. Your Cancer one's going to be just as funny. Don't worry. Until we get to Virgo, which is the only and most awesome zodiac that I recognize. That one's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful mead. I can't wait to show you. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. But definitely come back this Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My agenda won't come out till Tuesday, but I'll give you guys a heads up. I'm going to be racking some mead. It is the pineapple orange mead that I started a few weeks ago on a Wednesday. It is done fermenting, so we're going to be transferring it, which is step number 2, or racking it into a secondary vessel, and in this case a glass carboy. So I'll show you that process. And the fun thing about Wednesdays is every single time I shove it in less than 10 minutes. That way you can see how simple it is. So I'll be on 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is where to get started. I'll be on quite a bit before, probably about 15 minutes, half hour before, having a cocktail, enjoying the conversations. We'll get started at 9. We'll do it. I'll be done by 9:10, and then we'll stay afterwards and have another cocktail together. Thank you. Out of all the cool stuff that I've made here, I didn't make that sign. My best friend made it for me for the holidays one year. You can't really see it, but if you've seen any of my videos, like I made all the shelving. I made all of the meat, obviously. I made the bar. I made this whole bar out of pallet wood. It took me a month. I've made everything here, and the sign is what everybody loves the most. And I don't blame them. It's an awesome sign. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very proud of it. Obviously, put a lot of work into it. A lot of love. And I'm kind of itching. I've been itching for like 6 months. Like, I want to add to it. I want to build something, and I just haven't come up with anything yet. My initial idea was like I was going to make some kind of like benches or stools or something, but I haven't got there yet. I don't know. Might rearrange the whole room. I don't know. Unfortunately, you can't order, but I do the next best thing. I'll show you exactly how to make it yourself. I'm not licensed to sell. Not yet. Hopefully this is a pathway to doing that one day. We'll see. We will see. Best thing you can do now, though, give me a follow. Like every video you see. Share. Comment on everything. Whatever helps the algorithm. And, yeah, we'll see where it goes. Really trying to grow the YouTube side. YouTube guys. I'm simulcasting on YouTube and TikTok right now. If you guys are like wondering who I'm talking to. TikTok is more just view count. So it's how many views you get. We just breached like 15,500 followers. Thank you so much. Started YouTube a little bit later. We're just at 3,600 on YouTube. But YouTube watches, they look at watch hours. So how many hours you actually watch the videos. So go check out my YouTube playlist. Turn it on and just let it go all night. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meeting. Really dead morning today. Usually it's not this dead. Really dead today. Is there something special about this Sunday? It's usually very dead. Or usually not this dead. I know, I'm usually on at 7. I usually go on at 7. My Mead mentor, Scott, usually pops on and moderates for me. Like, usually need a moderator. There's that many people. Right now we're at, 3? Usually there's a couple dozen. That's okay. Some mornings need to be slower. Let you relax a little bit. Quiet time. I got lots to record this morning, too. For this coming week. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. A lot of good stuff in the pipeline. I just started some batches that will be premiering in December-ish. So, yeah. Brand new mead every single Saturday. Lots of stuff in the works already. Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Lots of great stuff. The World Deities this Saturday. Father's Day the Saturday after that. Zodiac, the Cancer Mead after that. And then we're on to your July 4th mead. That one's going to be a lot of fun too. All of them are a lot of fun. But that one's going to be a lot of fun. So I prefer dry any drink. Dry meads is what I typically make. I use a yeast strain that is in the Champagne family. It is called EC1118. And that usually produces a higher alcohol content and a little bit less sweetness. D47 is my backup. That is more of a semi-sweet mead yeast. Or brewing yeast in general. You can make wines out of it as well. But I make a brand new batch every week, a brand new recipe every week. So because the other ingredients are so radically different from week to week to week, some of them turn out very sweet, some of them turn out very dry. I usually notate at the tail end of the videos what I would do different if I don't like the taste of it. And I usually tell you if it's dry or dry, semi-sweet, or sweet. That way you can kind of like alter it. The yeast is the main component on what will determine the outcome. Because all of them are different. All of them have different alcohol tolerances, which primarily controls the sweetness as well. It is mead, a lot of it. Brand new batch every Saturday. But if I'm just making my own and I want it for me, I prefer dry. And it's not that I really prefer dry, it's that anything sweet in large quantities will give me a headache. Like I love margaritas. Gotta stay hydrated or I'll get a headache. I know a couple guys that use bread yeast pretty often, actually. The bread yeast you can buy at your local grocery store, so it's readily accessible. As opposed to the brewing yeast you have to order online. It's still very accessible, very cheap. They come in little 5-ounce packets, and most people use about a packet. I use about half a packet, 2/3 of a packet. But they're like $1 each, I think, if you break down the math. You can buy a 10-pack and get it to your house the next day. So they're pretty accessible. But yeah, bread yeast you can get You can go to the grocery store and get it right now if you want to. And it works. I drink one on Wednesday nights on the live, but it's too early. Just coffee today. Just coffee. So you lose some, Darren Rackin. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. My first suggestion is equipment-wise. I use a 2-gallon fermenting bucket for primary, and then a 1-gallon glass carboy for secondary. The reason why I do that is the 2-gallon fermenting bucket gives you plenty of extra room to add in anything else without sacrificing. You'll see a lot of cool creators out there make 1-gallon batches in 1-gallon glass carboys. And that's fun because you get to watch it. You get to watch the action. However, you sacrifice some room that way. And they're really hard to clean. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. So I start everything, like this is my Wednesday batch. I was kind of just getting it ready here. 2-gallon fermenting bucket. That way you have plenty of room to put anything you want in there, plus a full gallon of water or any other liquid that you would use, sometimes juices. That way when you transfer it, you're transferring the whole gallon over to the glass carboy. That's if you use the equipment I use. And then you can get about 4.5-ish, depending on the sediment, of these 750 milliliter bottles out of that gallon. I usually do 4 and dump the rest just because that sediment. But if you're really like my good buddy, my good mentor, will do like 4 bottles and then get a couple beer bottles and fill those up as well. No worries. Hello, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. But yeah, that's definitely frustrating. If you're making it in just a single gallon, either glass carboy or like wide mouth carboy, you definitely lose some space. Great question. And while I'm on that note, my good buddy, Mead Mentor, who's usually here Sunday, I don't know where he is today, created an amazing Discord. I have a link up on my profile. It's a plethora of meat information. It's a great, awesome place to go. Join it. Join the Discord. There is lots of stuff on there. Behind the scene pictures, recipe channel. There's a yeast chart, which is incredibly helpful if you're new or you're wanting to branch out into what you do now. It shows you all the common yeasts, including their temperature tolerances, alcohol tolerances, and the flavor palettes. There's our commercial channel. Anytime he hears about a cool meadery from the United States that ships, he'll add it to it so you can go to a bunch of different meaderies and support them, get it shipped straight to your house. What's better than that? Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Well, thumbs up to you. Thank you. I'm not. I'll just stand a little taller. Maybe that will work. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Yeah, most people, I'd say most creators do pitch their yeast. I add yeast nutrient in every batch as well. I don't pitch anything though. I put it in dry. The mead, I mean, not anything else. I made a pomegranate not too long ago, and it was wonderful. It might have been a while ago. Let me see if I can pull up my other sheet here. I'll tell you what batch it was. I might have spoke too soon. It might have been further into my memory than I think. Pomegranate. Yeah, it was batch 140. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, we just did 170. So it was like, I don't know, 7 months ago. So, but if you can find it, pomegranate was awesome. That one was from my pop culture series, which I've since retired. It was based off of the movie Indiana Jones, and I had a lot of fun with it. That's what I got. I kept this cup, the cup of the coveted, right there, for fun. So I don't take gravity readings for a couple of reasons. The biggest one is I don't enjoy that part of the process, and it's very controversial. Most mead makers, brewers in general, love taking gravity. For those who don't know, there's a device called a hydrometer. I'll show it to you. It's right here. It's a hydrometer. So the quick way, I'll give you a rundown. You fill this up before you put your yeast. You put your solution in there, fill it up. Then you drop this very delicate device in there and spin it around. You can tell it's got some numbers on there. You basically record those numbers. Then you put your yeast in and let it go ferment. And then you do that again towards the tail end of the fermentation process. And it'll give you a different reading because alcohol weighs less than water. You take those two numbers and punch them into an equation, and it'll give you an approximate alcohol content. I don't do it because I don't enjoy it. It drives me nuts. I think it's tedious. I also, when I started this channel, committed to making mead in the most simplistic fashion as I can. I really want people to join this amazing community and ancient hobby and have a lot of fun with it. So I skip those not major, but like I don't do that. I don't back sweeten. I don't use any like cold crashing or chemicals to accelerate everything. I just use time. Excuse me. But I try to make it in the most simplistic fashion as I can. So that's a step that I skip. I do randomly check stuff, maybe once every 6 months or so, just to make sure I'm in the range. But another reason, the third reason, is I use the same yeast every time. So I have a range where it kind of lands depending on the other ingredients. Most of my stuff has landed between 13 and 15%. I don't know if I've ever had that. I mean, I love wines. I love wine in general. I got a little tickle. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Mead. If you're just jumping in, talking about mead. Just came out with my Cocoa Pebbles mead that I made yesterday. The video is there. Go watch it. It shows you from beginning to end how to make it yourself. It looks gross. It looks gross. It's kind of okay. It doesn't taste bad at all. It tastes very close to like a traditional mead with an aftertaste of like cocoa pebbles. You get a pretty good chocolate at the tail end of it. Not gonna lie. But go watch the video. It's funny. At the very least, it's funny. And I'll show you exactly how to do it yourself. If it's stalled, well, we need more information. How long was it fermenting before it stalled? And then what yeast strain did you use? Hello? I am simulcasting on 2 different platforms. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube. But if I'm talking to somebody you don't know, I'm talking to the other platform. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. Sunday morning, just shy of 7:30. Drinking coffee. But I wish it was meat. Very quiet Sunday morning. Woo. Good morning. Hello. Yeah, I need more information. I don't know if I'd add more yeast or not without knowing which strain you use and how long it fermented for. And I'm assuming it's a 1 gallon batch. If it's bigger than that, that would determine my answer as well. There's a lot of variables in there without knowing more information. Whew. Did Ivar leave? Might be talking to ourselves, which is okay. Oh, hi, Ivar. We're talking to you. Hello, welcome to the old God's Meadery. Good morning. So, yeah, if it's gone 2 weeks, you're probably good. So what happens in the yeast process? The yeast reproduces in each sugars, produces two things: carbon dioxide, which leaks out your airlock, and then alcohol, which retains in your bucket or carboy. Every yeast strain, which is why I asked which yeast you're using, every yeast strain has an alcohol tolerance, and that's how much it can tolerate. Once that alcohol hits that level, your yeast, it becomes toxic for the yeast to reproduce, and it can no longer do it, can no longer eat any more sugars, so it stops. If you add in more yeast, that usually won't change anything. It'll just give you more yeast taste. If you add in like anything else, it'll change the volume of alcohol versus whatever else you have in the solution. And your yeast will sometimes have a little bit more room to continue or move. But if it's been 2 weeks, I would say you're good. Most yeast strains take like 2 to 4 weeks. So you're on the higher end of it. However, depending on what strain you used, I wouldn't worry about it. Um, I would say take your gravity if you're doing that twice. So you take it at the beginning, and then once it stops, your airlock stops bubbling, you should take it. Then you should reseal it and take it like two days later ish. If numbers 2 and 3 match, you're done fermenting. You're good to go. Yeah, EC1118 is fast. It's a faster yeast. 2 weeks is in its normal range. I think you're great. It didn't stall at all. It's done. It's done. Go ahead and rack it. Let it clarify. You're in good shape. That's my favorite yeast strain. That's the one that I use for most of my stuff. It's fast. In a lot of cases, it'll be less than 2 weeks, depending on what it is. If you just did a traditional batch, it would probably be a few days less than 2 weeks. Yeah, if you rack it, racking it just kind of separates the liquids from anything else and the major sediment at the bottom. And then it sits. Usually you can get stuff done in about 3 months. If it's just a traditional mead, 2 to 3 months, it'll clarify pretty well. Some stuff takes quite a bit longer, depending on what it is. Some stuff never clarifies at all. Like this is the Fruity Pebbles thing. Not good. But this is my Blue Airhead one. It's crystal clear. That one was for about 4 months. Most of the stuff turns out pretty clear. Like this is the Twinkies mead. You can see it's beautiful as well. Yeah, let it sit. Let it sit. It'll be good. There's a couple things you can do. You can there's a couple like I don't want to say chemicals, but there is some chemicals you can add to it. I have some. I'm trying to think of it. This guy. Bentonite. I think you're supposed to put this in the primary, but you can do it in the secondary as well. This kind of clings on. It's like a clay substance that clings on to particles and drops them down a little bit faster. You can put it in the refrigerator, what we call cold crashing. Theoretically, that slows the solution down and lets it drop a little bit faster. But yeah, join the Discord. It's a great place to get new information, and it's a healthy place. Scott is big on making sure everybody feels welcome there, so he kicks people out if they're mean. But it's a great place to ask any question, and it's a great place to teach if you know the information already or anything you've learned at all. Everybody, it works as one big circle over there. And it's a lot of fun. Don't ask questions on Facebook. That's my pro tip. They're toxic over there. And they'll discourage you from doing anything new. Hello and welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Hello. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Chit-chatting about some mead, drinking some coffee for a few minutes. Having some fun. If you don't know what I do, I make a brand new batch of mead every single Saturday from beginning to end. I'll show you how to do it. And then, yeah, I put the recipes free in the description. So you can replicate it yourself. All you need is your own equipment and your own ingredients. And you can make everything you see here. Yeah, like no joke, Facebook is like... They're not... Well, I would say the major mead group. The major mead group is kind of toxic. And it's because the admins are. Yeah, it's not a pleasant place. And there's some old school like mead makers there that have been, you know, making mead for as long as some of us have been alive. Like, no joke. They're older guys. And very, very stern in their ways. There's no altercations. There's no like alterations. There's lots of altercations. No alterations. There's no alternatives to anything. You have to do it their way or you're wrong. And that's just the bottom line. I'll leave it at that. I'm not throwing any shade, but it's not a great place to ask questions. It's not a great place to ask questions. Especially if you want people to be involved in this amazing community. The best way to learn is to like make mistakes. And I believe that in anything, right? I don't know. You got to try stuff out and you go, well, it didn't work for me, but maybe you should try and see if it works for you. That's kind of the attitude I have. Whatever. So, does mead get better with age? That's a great question and a common one. I would say it depends on the flavor. Depends on the style. Mostly those things. So if you take wine, any red wine will age. You can age red wine pretty consistently. White wines, kind of, but they become what's called fragile, which means they can break down like flavor palate-wise as well as they're aging. I would say mead is probably somewhere in between. It depends on what it is. I actually did a series for a while. I haven't done it in a very long time. But I would try... I would call it aged mead. It was my series. So I would open up a bottle that was at least 6 months or a year older of stuff that I've made. And it wasn't successful from my standpoint because I don't remember like tasting it the first time. Like, it's been so long and my memory doesn't work like that. I also don't have an incredibly sensitive palate. I'm not one of those like swirl around and sniff and like I don't get any of that. That's a waste of wine if you ask me. Don't spit it out. Drink it. So I'll leave it at that. Potentially, yeah, you can age it for a long time. All these bottles you see behind me are my legacy bottles. All those are from 2016 to 2017. I'm never opening any of them. They're like my kids. But they all look great still. Like, this is the 6th batch I ever made. This is a strawberry mead. And like you can see, like there's no sediment at the bottom. It's beautiful. My guess is that would be perfectly great to drink. And it's pushing 10 years. So 8-10 years. but I'm never opening it. I do have some bottles that are relatively close to that, probably 6 years or so, that I probably will open one day. But these guys, they're part of my bar now. They're staying there. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where I make mead every single Saturday, brand new batch. I don't replicate recipes and I don't miss Saturdays. Every single one's brand new and unique, and the recipes are always free in the description. I don't charge you for anything except for your love. Please hit like and comment on everything you see. That's what really helps the algorithm out, and it's free for you. And if you're lucky, it'll get me caught in your algorithm, and then you'll see me more often. Or that might make you unlucky. I don't know. I am located in Maryland. However, the secondary question is, like, do I sell it? I don't. This is a handmade bar that I made myself. I'm not licensed to sell. But I do the next best thing. I show you exactly how I make every single batch. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery on a very, very quiet Sunday morning. Good morning, good morning. We are just drinking some coffee, chit-chatting about mead. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Should be an awesome day. Should be an awesome day. I have some stuff to record, but I also have some like logistics to work out. I got to kind of plan out my next few weeks. It's going to be a very busy like 3 weeks, but I am committed. I have never missed a Saturday. Batch 171 comes out this Saturday, and that's been consistent. Every single Saturday, brand new batch of meat. I have never, not one time, missed a Saturday, and I don't plan to till I die or I get banned or something. But I'm on 2 different platforms simulcasting right now, YouTube and TikTok. Join me on both. If you're really kind, hit my playlist on YouTube and just let it run forever. I need watch hours over there. Except my old stuff. That's a little bit more cringy before I found my little niche and became comfortable. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then join me this Wednesday live, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a more reasonable time to talk about meat. Come back Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be on a little bit before having a cocktail. We're going to be racking some mead. So it's major step 2 of the 3-step process of mead making. That's where I'm transferring it from my 2-gallon fermenting bucket to my 1-gallon glass carboy, racking it into its secondary vessel where it'll clarify over the next several months. So come back, I'll show you exactly how to do that live. And it'll take less than 10 minutes. My main objective here is to show the simplicity of mead making, so every single video I put out shows you exactly how to do it from beginning to end on Saturdays, and then every Wednesday I go live. Those batches are completely separate and exclusive to Wednesdays. This coming Wednesday is, it's right here. It's my pineapple orange batch. We just started a few weeks ago. It's done fermenting, so we're going to move on to step 2, where I'm going to be racking it into its secondary vessel. And then I'll park it, put it on the shelf, and let it rest for a few months. And then in a few months from now, I will be taking that same batch on a Wednesday live and bottling it, tasting it, and telling you what I think about it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for now. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Please, like I said, give me a follow. Watch lots of YouTube videos. I need the watch hours. Come back every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me every Saturday. I put out a video every single Saturday morning that shows you from beginning to end how to make a brand new recipe of mead, and the recipe is always free in the description. So you can just copy and paste it, alter it, make it your own, whatever you want to do. All you need is your own equipment and your own ingredients, and you can make your own mead at home. I got lots of great stuff. This coming Saturday is the second in a brand new series that we just launched a few weeks ago called the World Deity Series. That's where I take a god or goddess from a culture, some of them very ancient, some of them very current, and I make a mead in honor of them, and I can't wait to show you the one I came up with this Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the week after that will be your Father's Day mead. I'll show you a mead that you can make for your own father. And he's going to love it. So I'll see you guys all real soon. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Skull. Have a wonderful Sunday.